All right, I want to say shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who teach this truth and rule well. Salutations to Yakim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Sha'ak Kabar Karash. I'm going to another lesson. I'll be edifying. And also, you women is reverencing your husbands and serving the Most High. Shalom to you as well. Just want to go into a quick lesson concerning, marriage, dealing with the whole concept of marriage, and dealing with the ceremonial part of having a wedding. All right, is it lawful? Is it unlawful? Things like that, because you got a lot of confusion. People read the scriptures and somehow think that marriage is a bad thing. No, actually, marriage is a good thing. That's why the Most High made it a law. You got a law, a duty of marriage. All right, for a man, when a man and a woman come together, it's an order the way things should be done. So marriage is a beautiful thing according to the scriptures, and I'm gonna just start with Matthew 5:32. It says, but I say unto you, that whosoever should put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. All right. So I want to start there because you'll have, because the scriptures tell you when a man and a woman comes together, he becomes, when they actually lay down and have sex, they become one flesh. All right. That woman becomes your wife. That man becomes your husband, and that whole concept when it says, because when you deal with a woman, you're not to put her away unless it's for fornication or something like that, unless she committed adultery, and vice versa for a man as well. All right. But the whole point, the Most High said you would come together once you lay down and have that act, that you will be one flesh, because it's actually in our law to do so. All right. It's in the Torah. Actually, when you go to Salakia, not Numbers, Exodus 22:16, it says, and if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, all right, betrothed is basically dealing with being engaged, all right. It says, in lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife, all right. So when it says lie with her, it's basically talking about have sex, all right. Because when you go to Genesis, we'll come back there. Go to Genesis 24:67, I believe. Genesis 24, dealing with Isaac and Rebekah. It says, this is Genesis 24:67. It says, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah. All right. When it says took Rebekah, meaning they laid down and had sex. It says, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Right. So dealing with the whole concept of sex, that's actually constitute marriage in the scriptures, man. Because once you lay down with your woman, you become one flesh. That's why I say marriage is honorable, because a woman is only supposed to be dealing with one man. That's why when you go back to Matthew's the 5th chapter, in the 32nd verse, that's why it says what it says. It says, but I say unto you, that whosoever should put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. Right. Because you're not supposed to be putting away your wife unless it's really something like that, an act of fornication or adultery. All right. You're not supposed to be putting your woman or vice versa, the man either. All right. You can't put each other away unless it's for the cause of, these guidelines of fornication or adultery, because what? A woman's supposed to be with one man, and only one man is supposed to be entering into that woman. All right. Let's get that in Mark's In Mark, the 10th chapter, and start at the 7th verse, it says, "For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife." All right. So look, man, you're supposed to refer to one another, man. You're supposed to, because one, you take on that responsibility of that woman once you actually deal with her, man. All right. Once you actually go into it proper, that's your wife, man. She's your responsibility. All right. For you to guide her and lead her in a right direction. All right. And it says, verse 8, "And they twain should be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh." Right? Because you when you come together, man, you come together as one. That's the whole point of having having a wife, a man and a woman. You're supposed to come together, you have sex, and now y'all one. All right. Verse 9, it says, "What therefore Yahweh have joined together, let no man put asunder." Right. Why did the Lord say, "Let no man put asunder," man? Let no man disannul this with the man with what Yahweh put together between man and a woman, because what? It's a beautiful act. It's an honorable act of thing to do, for having like a marriage. All right. Because you have some people, you got some people that believe, having a marriage and all that is going off. No, it's not going off. It's like it's a ceremonial thing. All right. Having a marriage is honorable. Dealing with a woman is honorable. A woman becoming your wife is a beautiful thing in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. And we're gonna get it in Hebrews 13 and 4. It says, "Marriage is honorable in all, in the bed undefiled, in a bed undefiled." Right. So it's basically saying, look, to have a ceremonial marriage or whatever is honorable, but even more than that is the union between a man and a woman, that your bed be not undefiled, that your woman is not dealing with another man, and the husband, you're not to deal with another man's wife. All right. Because a man can actually have more than one woman. All right. And the scripture, speaks about a man having, more than one wife or concubines. And a man can also have just one wife, if that's what you choose to do. All right. But the whole concept between a man and a woman coming together is honorable between Yahweh, us, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. All right. So the whole ceremonial part, it's part of being married, man. Yahweh Shah one of his first miracles that was recorded was him turning water into wine at a salakia, at a wedding. All right. So that whole ceremonial part is of the scriptures as well. We do know, like I said, when a man and a woman come together and have sex, she becomes his wife. All right. And he becomes her husband. But it is ceremonial laws, man, where certain people, have wedding feasts. All right. It's not going off. It's not wicked to actually have a wedding, because the Most High, he looks at us repenting and coming back to him as that beautiful bride adorned for her husband. Abaratazah will get it. Matter of fact, I'll just get it, man. Because once you read Matthew 22 and 4, and I'm gonna jump to 9. It says, "Again, he sent forth his servants, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage." All right. So this is talking about our deliverance. All right. And repenting and coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But he's making it synonymous with a marriage, man. He's making it interchangeable with getting married, a feast, a celebration is to be had once a man takes a woman. All right. And this is talking about us repenting and coming back to the Lord. When you go to verse 9, it says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage." All right. What's that marriage? is when we get the deliverance, receive salvation. Matter of fact, when you go to Revelations 21:2, it says, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." Right. So, a woman coming prepared, when you have a wedding and a woman gets prepared and ready to get married, it's a beautiful thing. A woman put on her dress, she put on all her little ornaments, her jewelry or whatnot, nose jewelry, earrings, things like that, necklaces. She's smelling good. She's coming down so by the time she's coming down the aisle, it's supposed to be the most beautiful thing that a man have seen. All right, is a woman. All right, because the scriptures tell you is a man loveth nothing more than the beauty of a woman. Salakia. When you read roughly paraphrasing, when you read Sirach, all right, it speaks about a man loving the nothing more than the beauty of a woman. All right, and that's in this case, that's how the Lord looks at us. So it could not be wicked, to have a ceremony, a marriage ceremony of the Most High is he's equating our salvation and deliverance to a marriage ceremony, man. All right, so it's like I said, man, it's an honorable thing for marriage in the nation of Israel, because you got a lot of it's a lot of people that look down basically upon getting married, which, like I said, it like the Most High says, it's a time and a place for everything. Matter of fact, I get this in Isaiah because I want to go to Matthew's 24th chapter. Let's see. This is Isaiah. Let me see. Yep, Isaiah 62:5. It says, "For as a young man married a virgin," all right, and the scripture speak about the elect, what? Being like unto virgins, man. All right, not literal virgins, but spiritually, man. Not being dealing with all these different philosophies and doctrines. All right, so it's making that comparison between the two. All right, and it says, for verse 5, it says, "For as a young man married the virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy power rejoice over thee." So that's a beautiful thing for a bridegroom to rejoice over his bride, man. All right, that's dealing with the whole ceremonial aspect of taking a woman to be your wife. All right. Now you got certain people that just do it the way they want to do it, man. They come together as one. They make it official by having sex, and she becomes your wife. You don't necessarily have to have a ceremony or a wedding. All right, you don't, not necessarily, but it's a part of our custom. All right, even when you go back to ancient time, it's really a part of our custom. All right. So let's go to Matthew 20, the 24th chapter. All right, because this is why a lot of people would say you're not supposed to be getting married and things like that. So let's read it. It's Matthew 24:38. It says, "For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and given into marriage, and until the day that Noah entered into the ark." All right, so that proves to you, the whole concept of marriage, the ceremony, been going back it's been a part of our custom since the beginning of time. All right, because it's equating it all the way back in Noah's time. All right, and it says eating and drinking and giving into marriage and giving and marrying, eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage. So a lot of people say, look, you're not supposed to be getting married. It's not the time to be getting married. No, actually, it's just saying, because the Most High is not the author of confusion. It's saying it's okay to get married, but what it's also saying is people going to be focusing on more of these things, eating and drinking, going out to dinner, restaurants and partying. All right. And giving into marriage, and all these folks on all these different things, and they don't know what time that we living in. All right. They not focusing on repenting and turning back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they focus on other things, which we see in the world. But it's not saying that you cannot do these things, all right? Because you can't just say, oh, eating and drinking and giving into marriage, see, you can't get married. But it's also saying eating and drinking. So when you see somebody eating and drinking, you don't come up to them and say, oh, you wicked or going off, you eating and drinking. No, it's just talking about people going to be focused more on these things than actually serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. And it tells you in 39, it says, and knew not. All right. And knew not. So these people whose focus, sole focus is on, eating and drinking, going out, to restaurants, celebrating, having a nice time, getting married, and they know not Yahweh. All right. It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right. And which we are in the times we living in now. It is, because we constantly harping to people to repent, to our people to come back and serve the Most High, so you can you can have a chance of receiving salvation, which our people are saying no. They rather, for lack of better words, party and bullshit. They rather do their own thing. They want everything to open back up so they can go back out on the weekend, party and going, just like you got people in the NFL, man, who's in the NFL and the NBA, who's getting fined because they going out to they love to party, going out to the clubs, strip clubs, and having a good time. And this is the spirit that our people come in. All right, they rather party and have fun than focus on serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua and to receiving salvation. So this is what this scripture is referring to. It's people will be solely focused on doing these things than serving the Most High, right? It's not actually saying that you cannot get married, because like I said, it's a part of our custom. It's a beautiful thing with Most High. The Most High's put together between a man and a woman. So, you just got to know, especially if you're a repentant Israelite, man, it's nothing wrong with, doing these things, man. If you want to honor the most, because, we want to honor the Most High in every way. All right. We don't want to just be lip service, man. We want to do the right things to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And marriage in his eyes is an honorable thing. It's beautiful. He would not equate our salvation with a wedding feast if it was awful, wicked to do. All right. So with that, hey, Abaratazah has been edifying. Until the next time, Shalom.